Hey everybody! Happy last day of April. It's Thursday, April 30th, 2026, and it's time for Marvel Legendary Randomizer number 164. Not too far away from that number 200. I was revisiting the number 100 randomizer stream. If you didn't get a chance to watch that one, I won't spoil it. Go check it out. It was a lot of fun, and I'm planning on doing something similar for 200 when we get there. But hello, everybody in chat. We got some stuff to do today. We have to go over the results of last week's league where we faced Dark Phoenix. Speaking of streams you should watch, I highly recommend you watching last week's stream. It was probably one of my most dynamic games I've ever played on stream. So if you're watching this after the fact and you would like to go watch that before I spoil it, go check it out. That's Randomizer 163 against Dark Phoenix. Highly recommend. It was a lot of fun, but we're going to have some more fun today with whatever we roll, I'm sure. But I'm going to go over those results. Let me show you the setup in case you forgot what it was. I don't know. I named it Fire and Life's a Beach. We faced Dark Phoenix, and she was trying to do stuff with the ocean. A favorite transforming scheme from Revelations: Earthquake drains the ocean, tsunami crushes the coast. I'm happy to see you guys here having fun in chat. So you're trying to summon Gambit early. Maybe he'll show up today. But if you want to try this setup, you can not only do this, but I don't mention this often, but at league.bageltopgames.com, you can actually go to my big, giant spreadsheet of all the Randomizer League games we've played, and links are on there to watch the replay, submit your setup on Legendary Leagues. All the Legendary League setups, I'm leaving those setups open indefinitely on there, so if you're watching this years in the future and you want to go play it and submit your score and see how you did against everybody else, you can still do that. Should be open unless the internet's gone down worldwide, and I can't guarantee that won't be the case. But I do have some results to talk about from this setup. So let's go ahead and see how everybody did. Before I start, we fought Dark Phoenix. I want you to guess the win rate for this week. Dark Phoenix is notoriously one of the most difficult masterminds in the game. But given how my game went, given how the setup looks, give me a percentage. What percent of people won in their submitted games? I want to know what you think. The answer might surprise you. Looks like we got 35, 24, 33. And I think you'll be interested with the fun level too. 10%, 42, 44. Everybody is lower. Everybody is too low for this setup. 19, yeah, all too low. One of the advantages of this setup was that you had a decent spread of all 5 hero classes. I have certainly played randomized games against Dark Phoenix, where I only had 4 hero classes in the HQ, which made it a lot easier for her to win. But despite Drax having the divided card, you had all 5 hero classes represented here. And yeah, you can still have pretty bad luck, but I think that made it a little easier in that you have to hit that 5 Master Strike if you don't hit the divided card with Drax to take care of that. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, my DoorDash is here. Hold on. It's a little more expensive to get it dropped from helicopter, but it's worth it. All right, let's go ahead and check out these results over on the thing. I want to do that right now, but I forgot where to go for that. Okay, here we are. I have to hide this. Order of operations here. So yeah, Montax said he had a struggle. I feel bad for Montax, who had a pretty rough game. Ended up at 12th place. Not a ton of games this week against Dark Phoenix. I know a lot of that's set availability. But Montax tried for a tech deck until turn 5, drew a Master Strike, and eliminated all tech before he could really ramp up. Had to pivot, but nothing was working. I feel like the villains kept coming out and had no way to fight him. Anyway, check out the top. The win rate was 67%, so a moderately difficult setup, which is pretty easy for a Dark Phoenix setup. And the fun level was a shocking 3.5 out of 5. So above average fun against Dark Phoenix. I think this is the most fun I've ever seen in a fun level against Dark Phoenix. I have to go back and check my results, but give this a try. I think the fact that you did have those 5 different hero classes in there, plus you had some pretty strong heroes, and the fact that you had extra villains, and the scheme was also a very popular one. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the top 10. So 10th place here was actually a tie between KB Driven and Savage Teddy Bear, 13 total rank points each. Neither of them were able to defeat Dark Phoenix. KB Driven rated a 4 for how close they were to winning. Lucky to have the last strike be the second to last card in the villain deck, and had it been the last card, I would have won. So you got Wasp Rare and Aunt May, and you got Forge Overdrives and Visions Uncommon and Drax's Rare to get multiple Mastermind takedowns. Very, very rough, but nice going, giving it your all there. In 9th place, we have Joe Stone, who also did not win the game, but got 16 total rank points, 45 turns there. If you don't win your game, a longer game is better, as you can see, which makes sense. If you lose quickly, it's theoretically not as good of a game as if you stuck it out as long as you could. So 8th place was where I landed here. I had a wild time with this. I had a lot of fun. I was the what's the opposite of the biggest loser? The smallest winner, I guess. I was at the bottom of the winners. I did manage to win my game. Again, go watch that game. It was a blast. I did take 35 turns to do it, and I did have 4 escapes. But I did, in my game, as you can see in my comment, get the forklift driver bystander. So that let me put a covert card back into the hero deck after Dark Phoenix already took out the covert cards, which basically helped me eke out a win, because I did end up hitting Drax's Divided card on one of her strikes later. 7th place goes to Warfire 222 with 27 total rank points with 3 escapes, one fewer than I did. Just glad we beat Dark Phoenix. Got lucky only drawing 4 Master Strikes. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people only drew 4 who won this game, because again, the hero deck did have all 5 hero classes in it, allowing for that. Red John at 27.5 total rank points got the first place in turns, but those escapes really brought him down, but well done winning there. Lost tech on turn 2. Michelle from Peter's Allies enabled a couple hits on Dark Phoenix when she sunk up with Wasp's draws. The other did a lot of work with Dual Knives and Revenge for My Family. By the way, that Drax MCU set, for those who do not play the MCU sets, Drax is amazing. He's one of my favorite hero sets, MCU Drax. Dual Knives is just fantastic. Both sides benefited from the crowdsourcing and giving up bystanders. 6 attack or recruit for 1 card is great. 5th place is Tech Fiend with 33 total rank points. Well done. His Holy Cannoli. This is the first time I've ever beaten Dark Phoenix. Well done with that, using Peter's Allies. In my game, Dark Phoenix targeted Peter's Allies real fast, so I didn't get to use them. 4th place is Lamertien with 34 total rank points. 4th and 5th, 4th in turns, 3 escapes, 3rd in points per turn. Rough start with Low Tide, but tech cards are first to go for Lamertien. But in return, he was able to build a great deck with Peter's Allies. It turned out that Ned was the perfect trigger for Wasp. Luckily, after 25 turns, I decided not to recruit any more cards. I did the same. Good decision. The hero deck became extremely thin towards the end, but I was still able to win in time. Another cool random match. I think I agree with that. It was a very cool random match. That's what I love about the randomizer. Some games are going to be a dud. Others, like this one, are games I would never set up in a million years on my own, but are an absolute blast. All right, our top 3 against Dark Phoenix this week. 3rd was Jesus Rocks at 35.5 total rank points. 2 escapes, 3rd in turns, 5th in points per turn, who said, I can't believe I won. First time I ever won against Dark Phoenix. Pure luck. I managed to get some tech cards early on in one deck and managed to get Forge is rare. Henry Ford's not in this game. It paid off in the long run. Neither is Harrison. With a few Mastermind insta-kills, the other deck managed to get Drax's Rare for My Family Rare and Drax's Artifact card, which ultimately helped get the other hits on the Mastermind. Frankly, pure luck, though. My hero deck was down to 1 card. I can relate to that. I'm still sort of shocked I won and didn't expect at all when I told my wife upon starting the game, don't worry, I should die quick this game and then I'll watch that show with you. LOL, I'm ready for some popcorn now to celebrate. Well done there, sticking it out and winning. 2nd place is Kyla returning to the Randomizer League with 5th place in turns, but 1st place in points per turn, getting in that 2nd place spot with a single escape, who said BFG, the card I was trying to get my whole game and never did, is the only reason I was able to win the game. Even then, I was left with 1 hero in the hero deck after getting 2 strikes back-to-back just before I managed to win the game. So our 1st place winner against Dark Phoenix. Standing ovation here for Rio Firestar 19 for really taking down that epic level mutant taken over by a powerful cosmic force. 2nd in turns, 2nd in points per turn, but it was the lack of escapes that put Rio to the top there, who said, "What's a god to a non-believer? One of the most thrilling games I have ever had. Only 2 cards left in the villain deck, and a BFG and Drax's raw strength to take the win. Amazing game." So well done, everybody. To our top 3 especially, but everybody, thank you for playing. Just setting up the cards against Dark Phoenix is a victory in and of itself, knowing what you're in for. So massive credit to everybody who played this week. But with that, oh, and I do have to mention something about the setup. I mentioned this last time. But that's it for that. Jumping into today, in just a second. We did actually, there's something that happened. In the Randomizer League, we retire certain cards after a certain amount of time. And what happened this last week, is we encountered the Spider Infected for the 10th time. Now, the way it works is that when any hero, villain group, henchman, I think that's it, yeah, appears 10 more times than any other single card of that type or group of that type, they are removed from the randomizer. So there are some henchmen that have never appeared in the randomizer. You can check the spreadsheet to see which ones those are. But the Sentinels were the first to be retired from the core set. I think it just bothers you. I don't know why. So the Sentinels were retired, and the Spider Infected, this is their 10th appearance. So they have been retired from the Randomizer League for now until all the henchmen appear again. We don't currently have any retired villain groups. There are 2 heroes retired, which is Avengers, Nova, and Storm. We'll see if we get any more. Some are close. But we did remove Dark Phoenix and Earthquake Drains the Ocean, Tsunami Crushes the Coast from the rotation. Speaking of the rotation, it's time to randomize a brand new setup. So I'm going to go over here to Legendary Leagues and get ready to randomize something new. Now's the time where you throw it out into the cosmos. Who you want to see, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, because that's usually what's going to show up. And imaginary bonus internet points to folks who successfully mentioned something that's in the setup. So let your voices be heard right now as I get this ready. Okay, I'm all ready to hit the randomize button. Let me see what you all think, and then I'll do the regular thing. I'll go get the cards, plop them down here. We'll talk about it. We'll play the game, and we'll see. All right, Ultron Infinity, Patriot, Thanos Mastermind, Dr. Punisher would be cool. Werewolf by Night, Shikla, always more into the Cosmos heroes would be great. Gambit, Killmonger, and Sentry. Maybe today is Gambit's day. Let me do a couple thank yous while those are coming in. Thank you, Kyla, for the Prime sub, 28 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Montax, thank you for 47 months of the Prime sub. Thank you very much. And Bic, 25 months with the Prime sub as well. And shout out to TechFiend, who's reached a 5-stream streak. Thanks for coming by so often. I appreciate you all. All right, Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange as a character and in Legendary. Especially, I think the set from the hero set from his set, the Avengers one, is one of my favorites. Star-Lord will be interesting. I honestly, it would be fun to use Star-Lord in a setup where what he does doesn't really work very well, like against Apocalypse, which is probably going to show up because I mentioned him. His cards can be KO'd from being in play. Anyway, let's do this thing and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Randomizing in 3, 2, 1. All right, a lot of people's favorite scheme, Ritual Sacrifice to Summon Chthon, and it's Arnim Zola who would totally do that. So we got some Abomination, and we have the Lilin, and we have the Uncanny Avengers from Villains. Elsa's here, Secret Wars Elsa. We got Kingpin, a lot of villains here. Stingray, Mirage, and Thanos. Chthon, but Thanos is fighting Chthon. Yeah, Montax, you were so close. It's the Thanos hero set, not the Thanos Mastermind. All right, theory craft on this setup while I go get the things. I don't know how to feel about this one yet. Okay. I do like Abomination. That's going to be a fun part of it. Lilin. Uncanny Avengers. Zola's Creations. Who's ready to KO some bystanders? I believe this is the Quantumnauts' first appearance in the Randomizer League. We'll see if I'm right. I would have preferred the other Elsa, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, Kingpin. Alphabetically, these are all over the place, so you have to forgive me. Stingray and Thanos. Alright. That's everybody. Let's see what you guys have been talking about. I'd like to see Thanos go full power off with lots of bystanders. With Lilin, this makes it interesting. I'm missing 80% of the setup. 8 different sets needed. Yeah, it's a lot of sets. I'm noticing that. So Thanos is going to power up the Lilin. At least some of them, the ones that actually care about bystanders in the KO pile. But at least Lilith herself is not here. Let me get the scheme out of my binder. And this is on Legendary Leagues right now. You can go play it right now. So, check that out if you want. Raise your hand if you want to see me transform into Chthon at the end of this setup. The answer is going to be probably everybody. I don't think I have. I think every time I play this scheme on stream, Chthon never shows up. Maybe today will be the time he shows up. But going through all the bystanders will be fun. Yeah, Thanos is. If I let Thanos do it, he's gonna do it. So I could force it. I could always choose not to use Thanos. But we'll cross that infinity bridge when we come to it. All right, let's get our stacks together. Got some fun stuff here. The fact that we're using Zola reminds me of the fact that in second edition we got to see Abomination. And he now uses the Abomination keyword effect. He doesn't actually have the keyword. But he does the Abomination check, which is a lot of fun. So there's our Zola's Creations. Here's Lilin. Summoning Thanos for engagement to summon Chthon. You know what? If I feel like I'm in a really good spot where I can take down Chthon with Thanos, I might do it on purpose. So I can get the VP. Oh, yeah, that Superman 10 cost card looks so cool. If you don't know what Scott W's talking about, we got to hear about the Superman Rare in Legendary DC. And Devin kind of went all out on that. I heard there was some feedback from the playtesters at the time, and Superman should be Superman. So he does a whole bunch of stuff, and his rares cost 10, which is totally fun. All right, all 10 Quantumnauts, using the reskins from Snatchcat. This is concept art of the Quantumnauts, I believe. Official concept art, which is fun to see on the card. And we got our scheme there, and let's get our heroes. Let me chat about them while I get them down here. So Elsa cares about Spectrum, and she has some KO power, which is nice. Kingpin's going to use those new recruits. Now, I'm not playing a villains game, so I'll put this in the special rules. He is a Superman. But he can gain new recruits. So that's fine. I wish I could recruit them, but gaining them is great. Look at this card right here, gains them. Mirage, I'm not quite sure yet how these heroes are going to work together. It needs to be overpowered. Soup's rare, and it is. I can't wait to play Superman versus Hyperion. So she cares about card costs, Waking Nightmares. Stingray was actually one of the biggest surprises when we did the tier list. He is one of the highest rated heroes in the game. He does want you to have some tech, and there's not a lot of tech here. Elsa has some, I think. Anyway. And then Thanos is here, and he KOs bystanders, rescuing them, in quotes. You couldn't see my quotes. So check this out. So his rare here is defeat any villain or mastermind whose attack is less than the number of bystanders in the KO pile. So if I can somehow get it into a place where, when there's, you'll see the mess. You'll see the mess I'm in very shortly, with the scheme combined with Thanos. If one of us put Thanos into this setup with this scheme, he would have been very mad at us. But this was the randomizer doing it. Yeah, Stingray is shockingly good for a hero from that set that a lot of folks aren't a huge fan of. I find the charm in it, but I get it. It's the closest Legendary has to party mode, I think. I guess maybe Game of Thrones takes that mantle now, but... No, Thanos summons Chthon early, but there needs to be a lot more bystanders in the in there to take down Chthon. Alright, let's get the rest of this together. I'm gonna hide this, we know it's in the setup. You can look at it at any time. Exclamation setup, or just go to Legendary Leagues and you'll find it there at the top. 5 strikes, 8 twists, 2 bystanders. It's got the regular ones. I look forward to using the 2E stuff. Gotta use these. One of the dreams I have is to have unique Master Strikes and Scheme Twists for every Mastermind and Scheme, but that's gonna be a lot of work. Already kind of started, but then printing it is another. So, that's the dream I have. Thank you for the hydration. Y'all watching Daredevil? Season 2 is excellent. The season finale is next week. I heard that viewership dropped 50% on Disney Plus from folks from season 1, which is understandable because season 1 had a lot of problems with the way that it was crafted due to them kind of revamping the whole thing. So I hope people will go back and watch season 2 after they hear how good it is, or they'll wait to binge it. It is fantastic. It really feels like that Netflix show in the best way. And I won't say anything about it because, you know, you gotta experience it. Spy Family, that is an anime, right? I think I've heard of that. Oh yeah, Epic Red Skull. All the biggest glow up, I think, in 2E are all the masterminds. They function completely differently. They got epic sides representing the characters and their threats. I think Red Skull got the biggest glow up. We talked about that in the Discord. And I look forward to seeing if what Nick Fury does. We don't really know what he does in the update. I'm thinking he might do something with the effective shield level, but we'll wait and see. Oh, sweet. I got a backlog of stuff to watch, but I don't really have the time. Anyway, I think that's everything. Let's get started with our overview, and then we will start the game. So our mastermind today is Arnim Zola from the Captain America expansion. He has Ultimate Abomination, which means he gets plus attack equal to the combined printed attack of all heroes in the HQ. That can add up to a lot, especially with these heroes. His Master Strike is for each hero in the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack. Put that hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. Now for the scheme, this is a scheme that I don't think I know a single person that doesn't like this scheme. Everybody likes it. Most people love it. We got Ritual, Sacrifice to Summon Chthon from Midnight Suns. So 8 twists, which is 6 twists plus 1 per player, 1/2. Add Lilin as an extra villain group. And if I was using Lilith, you get 1 twist total. Sweet. Yeah, Nick Fury is a lot of fun. Now in 2nd edition, he's got more to work with past sets, especially the shield set. Okay, so twist 1 to 4, villain or mastermind hunts for victims, and twist 5 to 11, the mastermind hunts for victims. So hunt for victim means if there are no bystanders captured by the mastermind or villains, that villain or mastermind captures one, and if there was, you KO it. So special rules: when 5 bystanders are in the KO pile, shuffle all twists from the KO pile back into the villain deck. Then the scheme transforms into Great Old One Chthon, then KO all other masterminds and the remaining tactics. Here's why it's so dangerous, because here's Chthon. Great Old One Chthon, mastermind transformed, which has a whopping 27 attack. And on a strike or twist, destroy the current player, which means they're out of the game. They can't do anything. Their cards are gone. Shuffle this strike or twist back into the villain deck. Chthon wins when all players are destroyed. This card can only start the game as the scheme on the other side. So let me go ahead and update the tracker here to this. So there's 8 twists. I gotta track bystanders KO'd as well. And I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna handle this with Thanos, but in theory, if I play all the twists and all the Master Strikes, then I'm safe to transform him because he can't destroy anybody. Well, that would be really fun, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that because that could be towards the very end of the deck. And then bystanders KO'd. We want to save our bystanders. We're heroes, right? Except for, like, you know, Thanos and Kingpin. You know what? I could almost make this a villains game, but let me consider that. I could almost make it a villains game, considering we have Kingpin and Thanos here. Oh, that's right. I forgot that part. Yeah, the twist I'll go back in. I'm going to keep it as is. Almost could, though. I do have to have my my new recruits nearby. Stingray is kind of the gray area. So I'm not totally sure on that. I really like ambush schemes too. It wasn't a universal opinion, but I thought it was a lot of fun. It should be not out of anything. Because once we get to 5... I know, I'll make it out of 5. Because once it gets to 5, we transform. It should be out of 5. Even though it doesn't mean lose the game, but it's pretty close to that. Alright. Get my starters ready. And I'm stalling because this is terrifying. And then we'll see who's starting in our HQ. So yeah, Thanos KOs bystanders. That's the whole deal here. And when he does that, he makes it closer to me losing the scheme. So I think the safe thing to do is to not recruit Thanos. However, if I don't recruit him and his cards are stuck in the HQ, it's just going to buff up anything that has Abomination, including the Mastermind. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. Again, if I'm confident I can hit Chthon for all that attack, then maybe I can summon him on purpose. But boy, is that a scary proposition. So I don't know. I don't know how these builds are going to go either. So let's see. On the left, we've got a classic. Oh, it's not a classic 4 and 2. It's an uncommon 3 and 3. So maybe a Quantumnaut will show up first. Are his bystander KOs voluntary? I forget if they're behind a superpower or not. Anyway, 4 and 2 on the right-hand side. Somebody will let us know in a second. And let's see who's starting in our HQ to help fuel this abomination. We have Kingpin support illegal weapons. We have Stingray's Sting of the Stingray's Sting. Oh, this means that Zola can get half attack. Great card, by the way. Empathic Link Mirage. Recruitment Day Kingpin. And Pull the Strings Kingpin. Lots of Kingpin. No Thanos here. Let me make sure I know. It's 6:35 p.m. Do I know where my new recruits are? I should. Looking at my box of stuff. Here they are. New recruits. But I need those nearby. Pretty sure Thanos Bystander KO was a team-activated superpower. Okay. But he powers up on them, right? I think it's not... No. I forget how... I completely forget how he works. I could check, but what's the fun in that? We'll just see what happens. Okay. Without further ado, because this is a lot of ado, let's start the game and see if we can take down Zola before he summons the ancient Eldritch Horror that is Chthon. Let's begin. Turn 1. Let's shift over the villain deck a little. Yeah, he does power up with them. All right. So we got our 3 and 3. I would love to see a henchman here. But we actually get a bystander. Cool. That's exactly what I didn't want. Because on the first twist, the Mastermind hunts for victims. So I'm going to lose a bystander already. Honestly, worst time to pull a bystander first. That's really, really bad. So Zola's attack right now is 6, 9. He's actually only at 9, given the HQ, but I'm not going to be able to hit him anytime soon. We'll adjust his attack number here once I get close to hitting his base attack. But that's not great. I'm probably going to lose that Radiation Scientist to the twist. So with 3 attack and 3 recruit, my options here, I can't hit anything, and I can only recruit certain things. Let's look at our options. Starting with Empathic Link Mirage. To recruit, when a card effect causes you to discard this card, set it aside. At the end of this turn, add it to your hand as an extra card. We've got Recruitment Day Kingpin, Punching Out Daredevil. To recruit and strength, gain a new recruit. And finally, Pull the Strings. Whenever a card effect causes you to gain a new recruit this turn, put that new recruit into your hand and then gain a new recruit. This is a really good card, and I'm really tempted to take it, but I kind of want to take one of these two cards that have recruit on them, because my next turn on my left hand, I'm going to have 5 recruit, and I can use that for Kingpin or Stingray. Both very good cards. I think I might go with Stingray. I'm going to look in advance here, because I know turn 3, that's what I'm looking at. So Kingpin's ramp here is on important legal weapons, and recruiting this would get it out of the HQ and make it easier for me to potentially hit Zola. Sting of the Stingray. Sting is 3 recruit and might give me some KO power with his excessive violence. So working backwards, if I'm going to plan on taking important legal weapons, which I should take to get it out of there, I should probably also take Pull the Strings. Although both those recruits are going to leave me without extra recruit on my next turn. So that's a choice. I could take Recruitment Day to give me that recruit, but then I won't have anything to trigger it when it comes back around. I think I'm going to take a risk and go with Pull the Strings and try to get recruit some other way later on. So Pull the Strings is going to be recruited here on the left. And that's going to be my turn because I can't hit anything. There we go. There's Transdimensional Overlord with 2 attack. Teleport. You may KO a bystander from your victory pile. If you do, you get +2 attack. There's a really funny thing I could do here. What I could do, this is as common, okay, follow me on this. Let's say I recruited all 5 of these, and I kept teleporting them over and over and over. And I had a bunch of bystanders in my victory pile for whatever reason. Each one gives me 4 attack when I play it, if I KO a bystander. That's 20 attack. That's almost as much as I need to hit Chthon. So there is a world where I could keep teleporting these, play them all at once, bring out Chthon, and then defeat him. That sounds really fun. We'll see if I can do it. But what do you think? Should I go for that? Sounds fun to me. Question in the chat, do I like this game for its theme, the mechanics, or both? Short answer, both. Long answer is too long for now, but both aspects are fantastic. Turn 2 is Havoc coming in with Extreme Attack, which means he gets +1 attack for each other villain in the city with Extreme Attack. And Ambush, each player who does not reveal a ranged ally or hero discards 2 cards, then draws a card. Great for Mirage, who I don't have yet. Thanos. It does feel like a shoot the moon type of strategy, but those are the most fun sometimes. Okay, so neither side can reveal a ranged hero, so I gotta discard 2 cards and draw 1. I can't hit anything, so I'll discard my 2 troopers on this right-hand side to draw an agent. Left-hand side's going to potentially lose the 5 recruit I had, so I'm going to discard the trooper and the agent and reshuffle to draw my new card. Maybe I'll get Kingpin in hand. I hope it's a recruit. Some recruit, so I can take important legal weapons. And it is, so. Early shuffle over there. And he's at 4 attack. I've played some other deck builders. Mostly digital ones. Like Slay the Spire roguelikes, or Star Realms, or played a little Dominion. But I played much more Legendary, as everybody here knows. So 5 recruit here. So my options, again, I could go with the Transdimensional Overlord card and try to do that thing that I said, but again, I should probably get some recruit first. And Sting of the Stingray. Sting is a very fun and effective card. I'm going to take that without much hesitation and try to do some big recruits. It's so funny that I had a 4 and 2 and it turned into 5 recruit. There you go. Okay, and there's Revel in Destruction. This one is 1 power. So yeah, this is if I don't KO a bystander. If I don't do the power, I won't get to do the recruit ramp either. So maybe Revel in Destruction is going to stick around in the HQ for a while, not giving Abomination to anybody. So full reshuffle. One, two, three, four, five, six. Got 3 attack coming up. And back to turn 3 where I said I was going to recruit Kingpin. We'll probably still do that. Only have the 5 cards. Turn 3 is our first Quantumnaut. It is a dual color officer otherwise if I decide not to do that. So the Quantumnauts have Rooftops, Conqueror 1, Streets, Conqueror 1, and Fight, KO one of your heroes. The way that Conqueror works is if there's a villain in that space, they get +1. So if there's a villain on the rooftops and a villain on the streets, they're at 4 total attack. Right now, they're only 3 attack. So we'll see if right-hand side, or 2 attack. So right-hand side will be able to take them out. So for 5 recruit, I did say I wanted to take import illegal weapons and build a Kingpin deck. Kingpin, I think Kingpin can go infinite, right? If you thin the deck enough. I forget exactly how, but I know he does. And he's very good at what he does. Speaking of the Daredevil show. And there's our first Elsa, Monster Hunter. She patrols the sewers, and she rescues a bystander if it's empty, which could help to fuel Thanos. I don't know why they do working together, but stranger things have happened. And it looks like we're going to start getting some new recruits. Coming up on turn 4, we have some simpler things to do, including Meat Market shows up. Great. So this is what I was worried about. Meat Market gets +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. Ambush, hunt for victims. So this happens immediately, and unfortunately, the Mastermind has a bystander. So that bystander, Radiation Scientist, really shouldn't have shown up, wandered into the scene too early. So now the bystander is KO'd. That is our first bystander KO'd out of 5. I just gave myself recruit by accident. We're a little closer to summoning Chthon, and Meat Market's going to get powered up. And it's got Fight. You may KO a card from your discard pile. I love this art. This art is so cool. So Meat Market here is at 4 attack. Maybe more later. But if I KO more bystanders, that is the least of my problems. I do have 3 attack. So what I can do with that is hit the Quantumnauts, who will KO one of my heroes. I am going to actually start by KOing my troopers first. So I don't need to play my agents yet. So let's go ahead and fight them for 2 attack and commit to KOing a trooper. I want to recruit a lot of attack heroes. That's why, because of the Abomination. And we take out a henchman. Now with my 3 recruit, I already took Stingray. And I have my pick of the litter here. So Elsa is decent. I would like to get a lot of those bystanders. Revel in Destruction, I'm not going to do the effect. I don't want to power up the scheme. Empathic Link. I don't have a lot of discard cards yet with other Mirage cards that can be useful. And Kingpin we're saving for the other side. I think I'm going with Monster Hunter to get some attack here and to get some bystanders so I can keep the sewers empty. I might be able to do that. So too bad there's not a lot of superpowers I can use to take advantage of her dual classing. And then, alright, superpowered swimsuit Stingray. Here's one of the reasons why his hero set is so good. Check this card out. It's got 1/2 plus attack. It's a gimmick from the Deadpool set, 1/2 attack. It's got draw a card and then tech. You get +2 attack, usable only against villains in the sewers or bridge or the Mastermind. And that counts Chthon if it transforms. And it only costs 2, and a lot of his cards draw, which makes him very, very good. And that Elsa tech card, I realize, can trigger Stingray's effects. So Elsa and Stingray might work well together. And look at this hand. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 recruit. That's why I love a card that's got 3 recruit on it. Really opens things up for you. Maybe I can expose a rare that I can take. Turn 5 is Manfish. Really, Zola's Creations and Lilin really work well together. And Manfish is Abomination, which is a simpler version of Ultimate Abomination. They get plus attack, which is the permanent attack of the hero in the HQ space immediately below them. Fight. If you fought Manfish in the sewers or bridge, each other player gains a wound. Escape. Each player gains a wound. So with Thanos there, we'll just have to keep track of this. Those are going to change off, and he's at 7 attack. Actually, no, I'll do it. It's fine. Better to keep things clear. Okay, so let's begin with Kingpin. I got his card here. Pull the strings. Whenever a card, I always, at first glance, I always think that officer hat is a cat on the desk, but it's not. I don't know why that would be there. Whenever a card effect causes you to gain a new recruit this turn, put that new recruit into your hand and gain a new recruit. So obviously that one is going to go into my hand. And here it is. Here's what a new recruit does. Same effect as the daring sidekicks from both Legendary 2nd Edition and DC Core. 1 attack, return this card to the new recruit stack, draw a card. You still get this new recruit's attack. The difference with sidekicks is that you have a limit to how many you can recruit, and I can't recruit any new recruits in this game because I determined it wasn't a villain's game. But Kingpin can gain them. So I've got this one. We'll see if I want to play it. I do have a very cool gimmick. I would love to see a mirror to Kingpin who does that with sidekicks. So 2 recruit, and my troopers are 1, 2, 3. I do want to play the new recruits because there's 2 enemies with 4 in the city that I would like to fight. So I'll play it for 1, and I'll return the new recruit and draw a card. Okay, just making sure I'm on the correct hand. I'm on the left hand here. I almost drew from the other side. And it's a trooper, so I'll play the trooper for a 5th attack. So what to fight here? I got options here. Yeah, I guess magic is pretty close to that. Others use bystanders in interesting ways. So if I don't fight Havoc now, if more Uncanny Avengers show up, he's going to ramp up. If I don't fight Meat Market now, he's going to ramp up. The more bystanders get KO'd. And Manfish is going to change based on the HQ. I think that the rare does the Black Storm and Black Panther. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So which one to fight? Havoc actually has the potential to ramp up more. Actually, that's not totally true. I do like the KO power that Meat Market gives you. So you may KO a card from your hand or from your discard pile. So let's go ahead and do that so I can thin the deck a little. We'll commit to the 4 attack and take him out and KO a card from my discard pile. And in my discard pile, I have the following. It's going to have to be an agent if I don't want to get rid of Kingpin. But deck thinning is deck thinning, you know? I'm cool with it. And I have 2 recruit left. So I do have superpowered swimsuit here. I would like to stick to giving that to the right-hand side. I want all those to be together, but either way, it draws a card. I'm just going to be able to take advantage of the superpower less often. I do have Kingpin's tech in my discard pile. So right now, by the way, it's really funny. Zola is at 8.5 attack. I've never used the half attack and Abomination together, but it's very fun when you do. Although drawing a card will work really well with those the new recruits. I think my gut tells me to go with a sidekick and save this for the other side, so I'm going to do that. So sidekick is going to be Lockheed. I got to do a lot of careful control because I got to do everything I can to avoid more bystanders getting KO'd. And unlike in solo, I can't really easily tuck heroes to the bottom of the hero deck, and I could end up in a situation where it's a bunch of Thanos. But again, I would love to do that Hail Mary transdimensional overlord thing at the end. If I had shards are a great way to guarantee defeating Chthon, because if you have 27 shards, you can just spend them. Artifacts, too, kind of give you a good idea. All right, I got important illegal weapons, but no new recruits because I decided to use it. And here's my big recruit. I didn't really get a lot of high-cost heroes out there. Here we go. We got Quantumnauts again. I think, yes, but I think when you shatter, you have to round to the closest whole number. Otherwise, yeah, very funny. if I did that. So they're still at 2 because streets, rooftops are actually occupied. I think I did that incorrectly, or I think I had something on the rooftop, so it should have been at 3, but I had the extra attack to defeat it anyway. I just didn't mark it right. Let me make sure I'm clear. So the rooftops conqueror makes Quantumnauts 3 until something's in the streets, which would make it 4. So Sting of the Stingray. Sting does have an excessive violence ability. If I spend one more attack than I need to defeat something, I can KO one of my cards or a card from my discard pile. I'm not going to be fighting anything this turn, so it's just going to give me 3 recruit, but it's very, very beneficial to have that 3 recruit. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is rare numbers, but I don't have any rares to pick up. So I'm going to start with the swimsuit, because that'll leave me with 5, and maybe I can get something that costs 5 that comes up. I wasn't thinking of Solo, but yes, Solo will do it. But he's not here. Let's see what else comes in. Okay, Nightmare Wolves. A good card. You may have a Waking Nightmare, which is you discard one of your non-gray heroes to draw a card, and you may get plus attack equal to the cost of the card you discarded this way. Maybe I can sneak in some Mirage on either side, really. She'll work with Kingpin, actually, pretty well. If I draw a bunch of cards. Do I do it? Do I start taking... if I don't do this, it's going to contribute to the Abomination. Let's take Thanos, and we'll just keep teleporting him if we have to. But I can play him for 2 attack without having to worry about KOing bystanders. Which is kind of interesting. Maybe I should have kept him for Kingpin's strength trigger, but... Ooh, and Kingpin's rare has appeared! He's not wasting any time. Check this out. He's got gain 3 new recruits, and then Crime Syndicate, Crime Syndicate. If you would return a new recruit to the new recruit stack this turn and put it on the bottom of your deck instead. I think this is the card that enables me to go infinite if I can get it. Because you keep playing them and drawing and playing them and drawing and get infinite attack. It's not a true infinite because you have to keep playing the cards. It's not true infinity, but it's one of the old school infinites. That'll be fun. I hope I can pick that up. It's going well so far. Got a bit of pressure in the city, but we got rare Kingpin. And KB Driven, thank you for the sub. Looks like a fun setup. Looking forward to it. I hope you enjoy it. I like the theming of having the Lilin and the Zola's creations together. Don't quite know why the Uncanny Avengers are here, but they're not being very nice to me. I got Stingray again. 3, 4. Oh, this is almost enough to pick up Kingpin, although it's on the side I would take Kingpin on. Yeah, not so subtly. Kingpin is not the most subtle of Marvel characters. We'll see if the left-hand side can pick that up. I really haven't invested in recruit here, but I might have to. Turn 7, another Quantumnauts, which means that there's an enemy in the streets. So both of these Quantumnauts are at 4 attack right now. So 4 here and 4 here. A little scary. I can handle them this turn. So Imported Illegal Weapons will just do its base attack. I don't have any new recruits, so 3, 4, 5. He's a little bit nerfed because I can't recruit any new recruits in my game here. But if I get enough of his cards that will give them to me, it'll still be very effective. So what I probably should do here is fight Havoc, because he's going to power up when more X-Men show up or Uncanny Avengers. And if nothing else comes into the city, these Quantumnauts are only going to be 3 to hit. And the right-hand side has not enough attack. I don't like how this is going. Right-hand side doesn't have enough attack, and left-hand side doesn't have enough recruit. Worries me a bit. Oh, by the way, Abomination. Manfish is only at 5 because he's not above any attack. So I could probably fight Manfish right now. It'd be a good decision. And he's not in the sewers or bridge, so no wounds will happen. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's take out Manfish for 5 here on the left. And with 3 recruit on this side, do I want to lean into the Kingpin thing? I think I do. I'm going to need more strength cards. I could use Thanos' Revel in Destruction to do this, but let's take Recruitment Day as well. I'm really messing up my chances of hitting Zola early because I keep taking the recruit cards out. But I gotta recruit. If I'm not recruiting, I'm not gonna do very well. So he's only at 8. The Mastermind is. We'll see if I can get close to an early hit, but his strike was gonna happen and refresh everybody anyway. So, gotta recruit while I can. Turn 8, big recruit. What are we playing? Another meat market. So ambush hunt for victims, which means meat market captures a bystander because there are not any anywhere else. And it's Jimmy Woo. I gotta save him. Yeah, I did get a little bit of an advantage with no other enemies that capture bystanders with the Lilin in this scheme. I could have gotten a variety of villains or henchmen that could have done that. But I do have to fight meat market. Meat market does get +1 attack for that one bystander in the KO pile. And I do risk a twist happening and that bystander, Jimmy Woo, not having a very good day because I can't fight him this turn. Okay. And I also, again, can't use... I think this is identical hand to what I already had. A bunch of recruit and 1 trooper. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the good news with this 7 is that I can pick up a 6-cost Nightmare Wolves, which cares about the cost of heroes I have. And Stingray is a decent one to have a Waking Nightmare with, because if I don't need the recruit, I can turn it into 5 attack, which is a lot. So I'm going to recruit Nightmare Wolves here on the right-hand side. Pretty universally good, because all heroes have a cost. Although if I'm using someone like Spidey, she's not as good, because his cards don't cost that much. And it's a covert. I don't really need it, though. Okay, city's filling up. And again, not getting a lot of attack. I do get to draw a card. I do have 2.5 over here on the right. Maybe some more. My left-hand side has a little more attack, but not a ton. I do have 4. I can hit something. Turn 9. Our first twist was what I was worried about. So twist 1 to 4. A villain or mastermind hunts for victims. Doesn't matter who it is because there is a bystander captured by something. So unfortunately, I could not save Agent Jimmy Woo. He gets KO'd. Which means that is 2 bystanders in the KO pile. We're 2/5 of the way towards summoning Chthon, and Meat Market goes up by an attack point. And that's all for twist number 1. I feel like I'm not in super danger, but yeah, I think I took out 1 Meat Market before the first bystander came from the Mastermind, played from the villain deck, so I still got to be careful. I got 2 attack. I have 2 more from Lockheed that I absolutely have to play. And then I have 3 recruit. 1, 2, 3. So, once again, I can choose to hit Havoc instead of the Quantumnauts before he gets powered up. But I really do want to keep thinning my deck, so I'm going to hit a Quantumnauts. And with the one on the rooftops. And that'll weaken the other one temporarily. And we'll KO one of my heroes. Let's reduce Quantumnauts down to 3 for no rooftops. And this side, I need recruit, so I'm also going to start KOing troopers. We'll KO my troopers over here. And with my 3 recruit, I need to get more recruit because I'm short on that. I want to pick up Endless Underlings. The first Master Strike is going to send it away, and I really would like to recruit it before that happens. I might not be able to do that. But Empathic Link, I don't really have anything that'll trigger this. I could take Revel in Destruction. This will provide a strength power for Kingpin's power to gain new recruits, and I don't have to do the effect. So I think I am going to do this to get it out of there. Give me some more recruit. It'll be like an officer, like I mentioned before. And there's a recruitment day, the reason why I recruited that. Yeah, it is an extremely high likelihood that a Master Strike will send away Kingpin's rare before I get a chance to recruit it. Unfortunately, and I have to be prepared for that. But there's other rares I'd love to see that the right-hand side could probably pick up with all the recruit that it's getting. So far, I'm not quite sure what's happening with this game. Not a lot of twists and turns. Seems very linear. And on turn 10, we might have more attack than 2.5. Time will tell. And another Quantumnauts shows up. Okay. Unfortunately, that's going to put both of them up to 4. Which is out of reach for now. So, Transdimensional Overlord, I can't even do the effect if I wanted to, which I probably wouldn't, because I don't have any bystanders in my victory pile. So first we need to see if we're going to draw into any more attack before I decide to play or teleport Thanos. So I do get 1/2 attack. And we will draw a card, and hopefully it's attack. And it is! Okay. That's still not enough, because I have 3.5. I'm short half an attack. Whatever. So that's going to give me 1 attack. And 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. So if I did have that bystander, I could KO it to advance the scheme and hit something. If I played this, I would have 3.5 attack, which wouldn't be enough to hit anything. So my best move here is to just teleport Thanos to my next hand and let the city continue to fill up. And the left-hand side is not going to do much better, so I might have some escapes here. With 4 recruit on my right-hand side, I think I'm going to go with another Elsa to maybe get myself some bystanders I can consider to use with Thanos. And nothing else, give me some more attack. Dreams Made Real. 2 attack and Moonlight, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. This was the combo with Empathic Link. That half attack really killed me. I wish I had a little more. But here's a teleported Thanos for turn 12. The first 2 cards in my hand, besides that one. If it didn't make it clear, teleport lets you set aside a card you had in your hand and add it to your next hand as an extra card. That's what I did, so I get to draw 4 more cards after the shuffle. 5, 6. There's some decent attack, but we'll see if I can even get there before the city fills up. I need 1 non-villain to show up to make that okay. Turn 11 is another Quantumnauts. So I think we're in trouble, folks. Just for league purposes, for the scheme, it doesn't really matter. But I would like to get a high score on this. That's a full city of almost completely modified villains. If there were 2 Uncanny Avengers, they'd all be modified. Alright. So we're going to have to see if I can draw some more attack with Pull the Strings. So I put a new recruit into my hand with this. And we'll see if I can draw some attack. No way to manipulate the top of the deck here, so it's just going to be random. 1 attack, and I draw a card. And it's an agent, so that's not going to do that for me. But it was worth a try. So if I pull a villain, we're going to have an escape next turn. But what I do get here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit. And I would seriously consider doing Revel in Destruction's effect if I could. Because that would give me 1 recruit to get Kingpin. You know what? I would do if I had the trigger, the Cabal trigger. I would actually do this turn to get Kingpin's rare, even though it would be 1 step closer to losing. But I can't, so I'm being forced away from having to do that bad choice. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's always a pickle on this stream. I never know what to do. I do have a 7 recruit. So what do I take? I think I want to take. I'm leaning into Kingpin's new recruit thing, and I don't think I should stop now. So let's pick up Recruitment Day for 3+. That's more recruit to get the rare if I'm able to do that. So I'm down to 4. And Empathic Link. Should I take Dreams Made Real over here? Discarding and drawing a new card could help the new recruits chain continue. But it really works best with Empathic Link. I do need more attack over here. And I want to get attack out of the HQ. So I'll take Dreams Made Real here on the left. Doesn't fit excellently, but whatever. And got another import illegal weapons. Alright. Uncovering more Kingpin. So, if I have a villain, Havoc's going to escape. If I don't, I can prevent an escape. So let's see what's in the cards for me. It is a twist. Okay. It's actually good news for me. So twist 2, a villain or mastermind hunts for victims. So there are no bystanders. There are no escapes this turn. Someone's getting a bystander. Who am I going to attack this turn? I'm going to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, maybe some drawing, and +2 towards the sewers, bridge, or Mastermind. I would love to hit the Mastermind this turn. I could, but I should clear the city. Let's, I'm going to get attacked towards the bridge. So let's go ahead and give it to Havoc and fight him this turn. Double Agent of Shield. Hope he's a copy of a Shield or Hydra. Which is good to know. Let's begin with, is there, I could try to clear the city before I play, clear the sewers before I play Monster Hunter, because Stingray does target the sewers. I would get 1, 2, 3, but I need to play Monster Hunter first, so I'm just gonna play her without doing the power. I do load up a tech superpower, which is going to work with Stingray. I don't have a button for half attack, so this is going to represent 1 half attack. Let's put that 1, 2 on its side. So I have 2.5 attack right now. I draw a card. It is Sting of the Stingray Sting. I get +2 attack towards sewers, bridge, or Mastermind. So I'll mark that with this towards those places. Then I've got another attack. And I am going to play Thanos this turn because I do need the attack. I think if I target Havoc, I have 3 attack towards him and a half. I'm going to need more. So I'll play Transdimensional Overlord. No bystanders to KO. I wouldn't do it even if I wanted to. And I can use Excessive Violence this turn too, which will let me KO some things. Let's play Stingray. 3 recruit. And if I do the Excessive Violence, I get to KO. And then 1, 2, 3 more recruit on top of that. Now let's do some math. If I decide to hit Havoc, I hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have 1.5 left over, which won't be enough to do anything. There is no way I can hit 2 things, which is fine. Well, if I hit the Double Agent of Shield, I can play a copy of my Trooper. But I'll still be at 2, and that won't be enough for anything. Left-hand side is going to have enough attack to do some damage too, so I shouldn't be too worried. I'll play an extra copy of my, I'll play an Agent. Or I could play a copy of Elsa, I'm realizing right now. Hold on. So Double Agent of Shield says, play a copy of one of your Shield heroes or Hydra allies. Elsa is a Shield hero. So let's say I did that. I'm going to fight Havoc anyway, so we'll just do this in real time. Hitting for 4, so the 2 targeting the bridge from Stingray, and 2 of my regular attack to take out Havoc. Alright. Now I'll play a copy of Elsa to give me... Oh, if I did that, I would get 2 more attack, which would put me at 3.5. Which still wouldn't be enough. So close. So maybe I don't play a copy of Elsa. I'll play a copy of an Agent. Yep, that's all I'm going to do. Get myself 1 more recruit. I almost thought I had something. But with 7 recruit, I can get another Nightmare Wolves. And try to thin my deck down to big costs and make that work. Mirage does ramp up real well. Oh, for some reason your first... That looks like there was a hiccup in the chat. I'm seeing the messages. Did I miscount Elsa's attack? I don't think so. Right? Because she would give me 2 attack if I played... Oh, you mean earlier? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2. Oh, did I miss counting a 2? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I think I must have, this is what I was worried about with my buttons. I must have pressed it without, not pressing it hard enough, so I didn't give myself a 2. So, luckily I didn't reveal a hero from the HQ, so I can backtrack a little bit and see what I wanted to do there. Because if it was up to me, I would get extra attack. So let me back all the way up. So if I played all this, I should have 2 from Elsa, 2 from Thanos, 1 from the Trooper, 1/2 from Stingray, and then 2 towards the sewers or bridge or Mastermind, and then I have 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. Okay, let's try this again. So against Havoc, let's spend 2 plus the targeted towards the bridge. We'll take out Havoc. And then, okay, this is why I thought it would work, and then I looked at my numbers, didn't make sense. If I do play a copy of Elsa, I'll be at 5 attack, and then I can hit stuff. I mean, I could play the Trooper, but better to hit Elsa, to play a copy of Elsa. So we're going to get 2 more attack. Thank you for catching that. I don't know what that weird chat hiccup was from. So I'm at... yeah, I'm at 5. That's cool. Let me double, triple check. Yeah, because I played the copy. Now I'm at 5. So now I can hit something else. I could hit Meat Market. Or I could hit a Quantumnauts. Hitting Meat Market is going to weaken the Quantumnauts if nothing else comes in. And it's my max attack. So I will go ahead and do that, even though I don't get the KO. We'll take out Meat Market for 5. And I get to KO a card from my discard pile. Yeah, I'm thinking about going back and excessive violencing the Henchmen because I don't have any... I just realized I don't have anything on my discard pile, and I'd rather not waste that KO. So we'll go for the double. Well, actually, yeah, we'll go for the double KO. That'll be more fun. Let's hit the one in the streets, because again, if nothing else enters the city, then that will still keep these weak. So we will hit... This turn is a complete mess, so my apologies. We're going to hit the Quantumnauts for 5, which is 4 plus 1 with excessive violence. Take them out. And I'll do their effect, KO one of my heroes. And I'll do Stingray's effect, which is... you may KO one of your cards or a card from your discard pile. It's going to be another agent. I don't need as much recruit over here. So we're going to KO 2 agents, which is cool. And I spent my attack. This is actually primarily a multiplayer game, but it plays really well in solo. Take a deep breath. This is complicated. I'm left with 6 recruit, and now I get to take Nightmare Wolves anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. Thank you for your assistance on that one. Okay, and I got another transdimensional overlord there. Kingpin is making me mess up the turns that don't involve him. Now let me adjust to the Quantumnauts. We actually just talked about this, what people think the ideal number of players is for this game. If you can get 2 friends and play with 3 players, I think that's perfect. I think 3 is a great number, is the perfect number for a game of Legendary, in my opinion. So I'm going to leave them at 4 just because I don't know what I'm going to pull here. Okay, it's a Master Strike, which is bad. But that means nothing comes in, so they're going to stay at 3 with the streets. And here we go. Master Strike. For each hero in the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack, put that hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. So yeah, we're going to lose Kingpin. We're going to keep Thanos and the other Kingpin. Each player discards a card of that hero's cost. So we have to discard a 3 cost, and another 3 cost, and an 8 cost. So let me do this cards first so I don't forget. None of those in here on this hand from the left. On the right hand, we have Elsa. Has to be discarded. That's really gross effect, Arnim Zola. I don't like that at all. Okay. So all 3 of these by Kingpin's rare. I don't think it'll come back around. But let's see what other rares pop up. Mirage, Kingpin, Kingpin. All right, well, I'm glad I'm leaning into Kingpin. He's really appearing often, and that's kind of what I expected. So he'll still get to do a lot. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm trying to beat this guy. Look at him. He's looking at me all weird. So, We've got important illegal weapons. I don't have any new recruits available right now. I will get my 3 attack from playing it. And that puts me up to 4, 5, 6. I can actually do a couple of KOs if I want to. Plus 2 recruit. So yeah, the Quantumnauts are 3 attack. I lucked out on them not powering up anymore. So if I hit 2 of them, I can KO 2 of my heroes. And I think I'm going to do that. So we're just going to go big explode. We'll take out 2 of them. And KO 2 of my heroes. We'll shortcut this. Technically, one happens before the other, but nothing will happen here there. That is true, but if I clear as many villains as I can. And 5 is still doable. Oh, we'll see. Hopefully I'm about to reshuffle, so hopefully this deck thinning will be a long game kind of thing, but you are correct. I'm going to get rid of both of my agents here, because that rare is no longer there. With those 2 KOs, and with 2 recruit, this is where I would recruit a new recruit, if I had any, to recruit. So a sidekick is going to be what I take, and it's draw 2 sidekick. I have thinned the deck a little bit. Kingpin's in hand. Here's my deck, by the way. You can see it. A lot of color in there, so that's good. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I actually get to get 2 new recruits to my hand this turn. Maybe I'll hold on to them. And I've only got 5 cards in hand now because I had to discard Elsa. Turn 14 is another twist. So, that's what happens. Twist number 3, a villain or mastermind hunts for victims. I'll still choose to give Meat Market the bystander. It's the aspiring hero. And this hand couldn't hit anything anyway. Neither could the left-hand side, so... Either decision I made there probably wouldn't affect it if I pull another twist. Let's go ahead and play my 4 recruit. And recruit something over here on the right. Let's see. I'll probably take Dreams Made Real here on the right-hand side. Fits with what I'm trying to do for 3. And yep, that's good. There we go. We got Stingray coming in. I'm trying to build a tech deck, but the tech isn't showing up, but I'll take this later. For DC Legendary, I don't think you're going to see big box expansions. I think we're seeing Transform in the core set because Transform is popular, but it can't really exist outside of a core set or a big box easily, and this was an opportunity to get it in there. So I think it's just going to be 200 card expansions at most. Mostly 100 cards like Marvel. And I honestly think that's a positive. In general, I find the smaller box sets overall content that I like to use more often than the big box. Big box has some really good stuff too, but you're more limited as to the scope of what you can put into those, whereas like a 100 card box, you can have a whole bunch of cool mechanics in there that are just contained to those cards. And maybe some others in other sets. And there's a little more design room, you know? Okay. Get some new recruits here. Turn 15. Doughboy comes in with Abomination and fight KO one of your heroes. Me, I'm not super versed in DC. It depends on what's going to show up in the core set. I'm pretty sure an expansion, something having to do with Harley Quinn is going to be one. Whatever group would make sense for her in that expansion. There's a lot of options. There's no shortage of characters and teams and such. So nothing for Abomination here because there's no attack on Kingpin. KO effect on the fight, and let's look at him. Look at that guy. So let's go with some Kingpin stuff. Pull the strings. Again, whenever I gain a new recruit this turn, it goes to my hand. I gain 1 to my hand. And we'll keep that going by playing Recruitment Day. The first one doesn't give me a new recruit, but the second one does because I played a Strength, and that one goes to my hand as well. Yeah, just think of the most popular DC characters, and those are probably the ones who will get expansions around them. Okay, so I'm at 7 recruit and 0 attack. So what I can do with my new recruits is I can play them both now and hope to get enough attack to hit something. And there's no time like the present, so I'm going to do it. Plus, if I get more cards to give me new recruits, I'll go to my hand. So I'll play it. We'll see if I don't waste that. Return it and draw. Got Thanos. He's there. I'll play another new recruits. Return it and draw. Okay, it's just more recruit, but that's fine. So that's 3 more recruit. I'm at 10 recruit, just after Kingpin got sent away, unfortunately. So let's begin by... I think I'm going to take import illegal weapons for 5 first. And Deck Chairs on the Titanic is a great card. Draw a card, you may move a villain to an adjacent city space. If another villain is already there, swap them. And let's take another Pull the Strings. From the Stingray. And I'm gonna share the wealth here. I'm gonna take a swimsuit over here. It'll be decent with Kingpin's tech card. And more Thanos is out there. Helping saturate the deck away from those grays, which is good. But I can't hit anything. Only at 2 attack. Here's where all my attack went. Look at that. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. That's a hit on the Mastermind, almost. Okay, turn 16 is Primus. Did you know this guy composed the theme to this South Park show? To fight him, you must also discard a card that costs 2, 3, 5, or 7. Escape, each player discards a hero that costs 2, 3, 5, or 7. You know, because of the numbers. So I do have Nightmare Wolves here, but unfortunately, I only have 0 cost heroes. So I can, and they're gray, so I can't even have a Waking Nightmare. I can't do anything. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 attack. So here's the moment where the timeline diverged. And, actually, no, it wouldn't have. Because if I had a Quantumnaut, I had 6 attack. I could have only hit 1 of them, because they were at 4. So there would still have been another one in there. Anyway, we've moved on. 2, 3 attack and 3 recruit. So once again, Primus here. I don't have any cards that cost 2, 3, 5, or 7 to discard. It would be fun to do that with Mirage's card. That would want me to discard it. So yeah, I can't fight anything. And nothing here I really want to recruit. I could take Thanos' Revel in Destruction. I don't really want it. I kind of want to keep that there to avoid Abomination. So it's a sidekick for me, I suppose. And it's Rock Slide to shatter a villain. That could be useful against a stronger villain that has a bystander, so they don't hunt for victims. All right, that's a lot of attack. I can probably do some excessive violence there, do some more KOing. Not having a KO problem in this setup. And somehow I have avoided escapes too, so I think I'm in pretty good shape. Turn 17, another twist. So the bad news here is I do have to KO another bystander. And on twist 5 to 11, the Mastermind starts doing it. He's a lot harder to hit. So there's a really good chance that Chthon shows up in this game, actually. This is twist 4. And I've failed on 3 of the 4 of them, unfortunately. So the Aspiring Hero gets KO'd. I have to go all in on Thanos. That's 1 more. And, yep. Starting on twist 5, the next twist, Zola starts taking him. I gotta be prepared to hit him, otherwise I'm in trouble. I can only let 1 go by. So Meat Market stays where he's at. And yeah, there's nothing I could have done about it. Even if I had hit 1 Quantumnaut, I still couldn't have cleared the other one. And by this point, and that would have KO'd the bystander anyway. Not great. So let's just make sure I can thin my deck and get ready to hit the Mastermind. If I can teleport enough Thanoses to hit him when he gets a bystander, that could be a strategy. Whatever. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Maybe I can just hit him. So we've got the new recruit ramp. But let me look first at Dreams Made Real. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. I don't think I'm doing much recruiting this turn, so I'm going to send Montax away to draw something. Oh, is it Moonlight? I didn't check for Moonlight. It is Moonlight. Okay. Most of the cards in the HQ are odd, so I can do this. And I draw the Sidekick. Okay. Cool. Let's play the Sidekick to draw 2 cards, which means these won't end up in the shuffle, but that's okay. I've done a lot of deck thinning, so I'm cool with that. Yeah, trust. I think Superman and Batman are probably going to get expansions of their own with the big names. There could be like a Lantern Corps expansion. Whatever. There's a ton of characters. Like anything and everything. I think it's going to happen. All right, let's draw. Maybe I should do a poll as to see what people would expect. Well, I didn't get what I wanted there. I got more recruit. I'm at 3, 4, 5 attack. 3 more. And 3 recruit. Okay, I'm at 8 attack. Zola is at 6, 7, 8, 9.5 attack. He's out of reach right now. Let me do this for half attack. But I can hit a couple things in the HQ. Or in the, not the HQ, in the city. I don't have a discard pile because I just reshuffled. So if I hit Lilith, or Lilin, Meat Market Lilin, Lilith isn't here. I will get to KO a hero from a card from my discard pile. There's nothing in there. I've got Doughboy, who will let me KO one of my heroes. And if I wanted to fight Primus, I would have to discard a card that costs 2, 3, 5, or 7. I have plenty of attack over here on the right-hand side to hit Meat Market. So I think I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to not play Recruitment Day and discard it to be able to fight Primus, because it does cost 3. And we'll take out Doughboy and Primus for 7. Oh yeah, he's buffed up. I forgot to adjust theirs, so I wouldn't be able to fight him anyway. There's 3 bystanders in the KO pile, and Doughboy's at 5.5 attack. That's so the half attack is really throwing me off. So yeah, Doughboy I can't even hit with Primus because I'm short 1/2 attack. That's really annoying. And I can't recruit out of there. So let's just I'll bring Recruitment Day back. And we'll just hit Meat Market then. Although no, it's probably best to take him out because he's getting strong, even though I'll lose out on the KO. Although, I have other Lilin coming in. He can't get any more bystanders from the scheme. Hold on. I'm changing my mind left and right here. I think instead I am going to go with Doughboy, and I'm going to hit him for technically 5.5 attack so I can KO one of my heroes. So I can just focus on all my attack. Let's get rid of this agent. And let's see. 3 recruit is going to... I could get another pull the strings. Although I'm in a really good spot to keep Arnim Zola at the attack he's at. But I'll do it anyway. Maybe I'll regret it. No, that's fine. Yeah, if you want to do the setup, just put an exclamation setup and then it won't yell at you. Okay. Link spam's a real thing, folks. Alright, turn 18. Manfish comes in with Abomination. So no buff there. And let's see what we're going to do. Let's trigger Stingray here. We got 2 attack from Elsa. Sewers are not empty. There's a manfish in there. Oh, here he comes. Watch out now. Super powered swimsuit is going to let me first draw a card here on the right. Shield Agent. And Tech, you get +2 attack, usable only against those places. So there's the 2. Here's the 1/2 attack I got loaded up. Yeah, these I don't like the way this city's looking at me. So I can play Thanos here for 2 more attack. Let's say I do. I can't hit Meat Market. I can hit Manfish, but it's going to give out wounds. I do have a Trooper. Play the Trooper. I'm just short a little bit of attack. Now, if I want to fight Primus there, let Manfish get out of the sewers, I could discard something that is a prime number instead. 2, 3, 5, or 7. I could discard Transdimensional Overlord. Or I could discard Stingray. But I'd rather play Stingray. Maybe what I'll do is I'll fight Manfish with excessive violence to get the KO, even though it will give a wound to the left-hand side. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So we're going to spend our 2 towards the sewers, plus 4 more to take him out with the excessive violence before he gets more abomination bonuses. And other side gets a wound. Okay. What wound is it? Maybe it'll be a good one. It's not. It's the worst fatal blow. And I do get to do... Well, I had to have played Stingray first, so back up. I play Stingray, then I do that whole thing, and then I do the excessive violence ability. But I can't forget... one of my cards are a card from my discard pile. What's in my discard pile? Yeah, it's attack time. So, more agents go away. We're in that end game phase. I don't think we're literally in the end game the way the game talks about the end game, but I gotta start hitting stuff. I do have a lot of recruit anyway. I could, with my 5 recruit, get another Sting of the Stingray Sting. Or I could try to load up the Thanos strategy, which I think I might have to do the way this game is going. I don't have enough... I have 1 bystander. I gotta get more bystanders. I'm gonna take Transdimensional Overlord. And I think I have to go for the Hail Mary now. We'll see how many of those show up. Ooh, okay, great card. Really buffing up Zola here. Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone. 6+ attack, and then Spectrum get +3 attack. I really hope this doesn't stick there, because now Zola's at 12. 13.5. And if he starts hunting for victims, I could be in big trouble, so... I gotta get that out of there. I don't like that. Maybe I should have kept things with the way they were, but, I mean, I couldn't hit him anyway, so... Maybe I should have taken Stingray. Or just try to get a lot of attack. I will get a lot of attack this turn. Turn 19 gives us Outcast. So Outcast is going to hunt for victims. Then each player reveals a random card from their hand. If that card costs less than the number of bystanders in the KO pile, that player discards that card. That's rough. So he's going to capture the everybody's favorite legendary game designer. And the number of bystanders in the KO pile are... Yeah, that would be a great bystander to pull with Elsa. Or really any of the shield bearers. So I got to reveal a random card here. If this costs 2 or less, I have to discard it. It is 3, so I'm safe here on the left-hand side. Same thing on the other side. costs 2 or less. It's gone, and it is a trooper, so this is gone. It's okay. I still had a lot of stuff over there. Back to what I was doing. I'm gonna get a lot of attack this turn, actually. Here we go. So pull the strings. I get a new recruit to my hand. Awesome. I get another pull the strings. I get another new recruit to my hand. Kind of diminishing returns when you have more than one. That's fine. I'm gonna play Thanos, Revel in Destruction. No effect, except for playing that. I did load up a strength, so I'll play Recruitment Day to gain another new recruit to my hand. And now I have imported legal weapons, which ramps up with recruit. So I'm going to get 3 attack, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9 attack. So Zola's at 12, 13 and a half. Gotta get the big die. I need like a little token that says 0.5. Because I don't have that. But if nothing else, I can clear much of the city. So let's do some new recruit stuff. 1 attack, draw a card. I gotta keep track of all the new recruits I've played. I'm gonna put them here, just to keep track. Another 1 attack, and I draw a card. Alright, the swimsuit, which will not activate until I play imported legal weapons first, so I'm gonna wait on that. We'll play another new recruits. 1 more attack. And drawing my last card of my deck, which is a shield agent. And now we'll play imported legal weapons. 3 more attack. +1 for each new recruit I played this turn, so 3 more on top of that. I'm at 9. Now I can play the swimsuit, which is going to give me this 1/2 that I should have gotten rid of earlier. So there's my 1/2. And I draw a card. No, it wasn't the last card. I have 1 more card in my deck. It's another agent. And I get the +2 towards those places. So I don't quite have enough to hit the Mastermind because of this rare sitting here that I can't get. But I can hit Outcast to avoid getting 1 more bystander. Can I get Elsa? Oh, I didn't play my recruit yet. I forgot that this whole right side was here. I guess I can get her. I have 4 more recruit. I was so focused on my attack, I forgot to play more of my cards. And if there's one thing that you should do in Legendary, it's play your cards. Hot tip from me. That's even better news. So let's do this. I'm gonna pick up Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone. Not only giving me a great rare, but letting me hit the Mastermind this turn. However, I should check to make sure I can clear that other bystander. Thank goodness. Thanks, Thanos. Okay, so the Mastermind's down to 7.5. Oh, nope, 9.5. Thanks to Mirage. Right? Yep, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. I have exactly 9 +2 towards the Mastermind. If I hit Zola, I can't hit Outcast, which means I can't rescue that bystander. And if I don't, I could get another ambush hunt for victims from Lilin. Of course, if I don't hit the Mastermind, I risk the game going on longer and Chthon showing up. But I think it's going to happen faster if I don't clear the sewers. And now that he's down some attack, right-hand side is going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right-hand side can hit him. Yeah, imagine being half attack short. That's... I mean, I can hit him with a Stingray. So I can... yeah, but if I didn't have that, being 1/2 attack short from hitting it would be kind of embarrassing. But I do have that 1/2. Anyway, I'm going to have to clear the city. So let's spend the 2 towards the sewers, +2 of my actual attack. Oh, thank you. I forgot to drink water. Can't be passing out here. Can't finish the game if I pass out. So let's take out Outcast, and we've saved Devin. So he is graciously giving us a shard, which will be great towards Chthon, my 1 measly shard. But I'll take it, and we're gonna put it right here, and that's hard to see. So let's use this orange one. Yeah, that's a little easier to see. And we save them. Okay. Now with 7 attack, that's enough to take care of Meat Market. What if I get a... What if... No, Primus won't hunt for victims. Because there's no more twist that can do that. And I can KO a card from my discard pile when I do this. So let's hit him for 6. I think he's still at 6, yes. And KO Elsa. No, I'm just kidding. We'll KO the Fatal Blow. We're fighting our wounds. I'm happy to get rid of that thing. All right, that was a productive turn. I've got my little shard here for later. And I'm going to try... Well, his Master Strike is going to mess everything up. So now it's a full shuffle. And this deck is getting real good. And I do have a decent amount of hero classes for Elsa. I need to have at least 3 to make that Spectrum ability work. Yeah, Kingpin helps me because he has 3 different ones on his cards. He would hire her if things got a little too occult. So for turn 21, here's what my hand looks like. Pull the strings, recruitment day. Ooh, and it's strength, cool. And oh, this is already fantastic. 5 and 6. It's Montax and a bunch of sketchy cards. How do you feel being in this group here? Great hand, though. All right, turn 20. Captain Zelandia shows up with Abomination and fight to get +1 recruit for each hero class you have. No Abomination bonus right now. How can I get my max value out of this? So I've got Nightmare Wolves. Okay, which is I can have a Waking Nightmare and get plus attack equal to the cost of the card I discarded this way. Let's say I discarded the other Nightmare Wolves. That would give me a total of 7 attack. 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the Shield Agent. Well, actually, the first thing I should do is play Dreams Made Real. Discard the Shield Agent to draw. That I got a decent chance of getting something good. I draw Rock Slide. Okay. Yeah, agreed. If I did 2 Nightmare Wolves and I discarded the other 2 cards, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total attack. Plus 2 would be at 9. If I did one with the other, I would have 7, 8, 9 as well. Yep, 2. No, I have 7, 8, 9. I have 11. That's even more. I could shatter a villain, though, but I should probably hit the Mastermind. So, again, he's only at 9.5. So I am going to have to... Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have to do 1 Nightmare Wolves with the other. So Nightmare Wolves, 1 attack. I do get to draw a new card, though. So I could take a risk, but I should do the sure thing. I'm going to discard Nightmare Wolves to get 6 attack. And I do draw something new. And it's a Shield Agent. I'm glad I did it that way. And now I'll play Elsa to get 2 more attack. Sewer's not empty. Let me put this shard over here so I know it belongs to the left-hand side. I'm at 11 attack. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Zola for 9.5. Still so weird to have a half, but let's do it. So I'm technically down to 1.5 attack. All right, let's see what the first tactic is. It is Crush Pacifist Resistance. KO up to 2 of your heroes that have less than 2 permanent attack. Okay. I'll KO the agent I didn't play yet. I'll keep Rock Slide around. He didn't do anything wrong. Let's keep him around. What is this? Krakoa? Okay, next. He's still at 9.5. That's actually a pretty good attack for him to be at. If I stopped recruiting, that might be the best thing I could do because I could always make him more powerful. He's going to play strikes, though, so I have to watch out for that. And I already got rid of a lot of my recruit, so I should probably take Stingray so I can recruit some things out of there. And no need to shatter anybody, so that's that. And I have a really good hand coming up here on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost did 1 extra. Okay, what do we got? Turn 21. Skinner shows up. And that's bad. Because he gets +2 attack if there's at least 4 bystanders in the KO pile. Okay, he's actually a little short. There's only 3 bystanders there. But he does hunt for victims. So he does get a bystander. I'm going to want to hit him this turn. Oh no. Off the cuff, he's got you. That's bad. I'll try to save you. Actually, Kingpin's going to try to save you because that's the kind of guy he is. Pull the strings. We'll gain a few new recruits. Maybe I can draw into the ramp. Who knows? So there's my... We'll go 1... We'll just do this. 1 pull the strings, 2 pull the strings, and 3 pull the strings, and we'll gain all 3. Just like that. Now, Spectrum. I don't have Spectrum because I'm missing a hero class. So I'm going to try to draw with the new recruits to get a tech so I can get the extra 3 attack from this. And then hopefully I can actually get the ramp on top of that. And then play Recruitment Day later. So we'll start with our first new recruit. 1 attack. And a draw. Nope, didn't get it there. Next, another 1 attack. And a draw. Didn't get it there. Oof, this isn't going the way I wanted. 1 more attack. And a draw. Didn't get it there either. Okay, cut up a little shorter than I wanted to. But I have 1 more draw to do. Yeah, they're not showing up. I have 1 more draw. I just missed out on my opportunity to get the Spectrum bonus. So I do only have the 2 hero classes, so I have to play Prodigy of Ulysses Bloodstone. Now it is still 6 attack. So I can activate the Recruitment Day superpower. 2 recruit to gain a new recruit to my hand. And I got another shot. Let's see how this goes. 1 attack and a draw. I got another card draw. Okay, no tech though. And this would have activated Spectrum, but it came a little too late. I'll play this for 1/2 attack. And I'll draw a card. It is... Yes! Finally, he shows up. Just when he wanted to show up. And 3 attack. +1 attack for each new recruit I played this turn. That was 4, so 4 more. And then this Shield Trooper gives me 1 more. And I'll play my agents, but I'm up to 18 attack. And 5 recruit. I could try my luck and recruit Dreams Made Real to try to make Zola a little cheaper to hit. But first priority is Skinner over here because he does have a bystander. And I do get to KO one of my heroes. So we're going to go ahead and hit Skinner first for 5. And, yep, before he powers up and does some bad stuff and KO one of my heroes. It's going to be another agent. And we've saved you off the cuff. I told you I would. Now, I probably should hit Zola. Do I try and take Dreams Made Real? Could make things better, could make things worse. If I did, and let's say it was replaced with a card that didn't cost 2, or didn't have 2 attack, had nothing, he'd be at 7.5 attack. And I'd only have 6 left. I could hit Captain Zolandia. Well, no, he's at Abomination. Let's just go ahead and hit him right now. For 9.5. I actually have a half attack to spend, so I have an even 3 left. So, dominate the weak. The player of your choice gains a hero from the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack. That would have been great for Kingpin's rare. Maybe Stingray, the most expensive one, to the right-hand side. I really did need... I did say I wanted to take that as well. Okay, I have to pick. So it's going to be Stingray on the right-hand side. And I hope this isn't going to mess me up. All right, another Thanos. I can take this here and teleport it, but I wanted to keep those all in the same spot. Because now he's going to be at 11.5. Oh, let me get this tactic out of here. The tactic's gone. 3 more hits on him, but we are dangerously close to Chthon showing up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.5. I can't fight Primus because I've played all my cards. But with 5 recruit, do I whoop. And Thanos just killed my camera. Don't do that. You're trying to help me. So I could recruit Thanos out of here. I could just keep teleporting him. I could also take deck shares on the Titanic over here, which would help with the tech stuff and drawing cards. Plus, that half attack with Zola is really annoying. But it's just as bad as 2 attack, honestly, with Ultimate Abomination. So I think I'm going to go with deck chairs for 4. Won't get in my way in Monster Hunter. Okay. Man, a little worse, but now I don't have to use the half. Now he's an even 12. And I'll have to do more recruiting. Really cutting it close here. Okay, there's another Imported Legal Weapons. And I can gain some new recruits, so that's good news. Over here, what do I got? I didn't even remember. Turn 22. Okay, this is bad. This is going to give the Mastermind a bystander. So Zola gets the Rockstar. I would love to hit him while he has the bystander, but knowing my luck, I'll probably get back-to-back twists. Reminder, if 2 more bystanders get KO'd, Chthon's showing up. But I do get to rescue a bystander now with Elsa. I do patrol the sewers. Sewers are empty, so I rescue whoever this is. It is Karma coming to help me. Give me extra attack from the hero deck. Hopefully. There's plenty of cards that don't have printed attack. But I don't have a choice. She's coming to help me out. Okay, now... I definitely don't want to use this effect right now because any more bystanders KO'd and you know what happens. So if I played them, I would get total of 4, total of 6, total of 7 attack. And I could hit something, but what I probably should do is teleport 1. I'll play my trooper. I should probably save Zelandia for when I can recruit something big out of the HQ. And I'm going to fight Primus by discarding the other Thanos. Because to fight him, I have to discard a prime-numbered costed card. And let's play my 2 agents. And yep, I have enough attack. I discarded a card that costs 5, so we'll take them out. And with my 2 recruit, we'll get a sidekick, and that'll be Lockjaw. And let's see what this hand looks like. 2, 3, 4. If I get the other Sting and the Stingray Sting, I can get some of these attack cards out of the HQ. I'd really love to hit some kind of stasis, but I've only had 1 strike. He's going to keep messing it up. I did get 1 rare, though. Yeah, I know you're all rooting for him. I don't know. It's probably going to show up. Oh, this shard is still here. I can't forget. I don't know why I moved it out of the way. 2 more. 5, 6. Scooting back over. Turn 23. Cool. Another bystander. That's bad. Because now this goes to Captain Zelandia, and now if a Lilin shows up, well, I guess they would have KO'd Zola's bystander anyway, but the cloning technician is cool. Let's try to rescue them. I have Dreams Made Real. Why are these bystanders showing up at the worst time? Love this card art, by the way. It is Moonlight. It's Super Moonlight. All the cards are odd. I can discard a card to draw 1. I'd rather gain the new recruit from Recruitment Day, so I have to keep Thanos and Kingpin. I'll just ditch one of my troopers, see if I get something better. So let's ditch the trooper, and I get an agent. That was not better. Was not better at all. Let's start with Thanos. 2 recruit. And Recruitment Day is going to give me a new recruit, but not to my hand this time, unfortunately. So I gain it to my discard pile. And then I get... Oh, I didn't get the 2 attack from Mirage. So 2 attack, 3 attack, 4, 5, 6. Didn't play any new recruits and 1 more recruit. So... unfortunately, I can't hit Zolandia unless I recruit Monster Hunter and get something that doesn't have any printed attack. And I'm going to have to take that chance because I need to get that bystander off of there. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use the cloning technician because I'll have recruited first. But I'll take my chances. Let's take a Monster Hunter. I don't mind having some tech over here. And hopefully this doesn't have any attack. And it doesn't have any attack on it. Great. Defend the shield wall is a great ramp. +1 attack for each other shield hero you played this turn. Great for Elsa. Also great for me fighting Zolandia because now he has only 6 attack, which I can fight. And I kind of waste his ability. I do have 1, 2, 3 hero classes. So when I do fight him for 6, I'll get 3 recruit. Which is interesting. Yep, 3 hero classes. But I also have the cloning technician. I clone the next hero I recruit this turn that's printed cost of 3 or less. So I have a decision to make. I could recruit Transdimensional Overlord, but I won't be able to clone it. I could clone Dreams Made Real. Drawing cards does kind of work with trying to flesh out more cards that can get me new recruits. But otherwise, if it fails, it's just 2 attack. But I do still want to saturate things. I wasn't really able to KO as much as I wanted. I did KO a lot, though. And so I'm thinking of getting Mirage and cloning. I think she works fine enough with what I'm building over here to make it work. And yeah, and cloning will shuffle the hero deck, so there's a decent chance that Kingpin's rare could appear again. Not like I'd be able to recruit it easily. But we'll take that shot. So we'll take Dreams Made Real for 3. And we'll clone it. Let's see if I get lucky with the top card of the hero deck. Nope, I got Bloodstone Pendant. Which is a good replacement because now Zola's weaker. And let's find one. There we go. Another Dreams Made Real. Goes to me. And now we shuffle, so we'll see what happens. So he's down to 10. Yep, 6, 8. No, wait, he's actually only at 8. I forgot about that other one. That's a pretty good number for him to be at. We'll see if I get lucky enough to be able to rescue that bystander. These are core set Mastermind numbers. Alright, hero deck is shuffled. I have 2 left in lieu of a new recruit. I have a shard I could use, but I'm not going to be using that yet. Let's get a sidekick. And this sidekick. Probably the best case scenario for this kind of deck. Oh, and I get the point condition. Okay. There's some really scary villains still in the villain deck that I'm worried about. But I'm still more worried about another twist coming up and KOing the Rockstar from Zola. So I'd rather see those scary villains. And it's a full shuffle. Let's see what we get. We get some Kingpin and a new recruits by itself and some cards to draw. This could turn out to be really good. I have no idea. Right hand side with 7 cards thanks to the teleport. Turn 24. Okay, Quantumnauts. Yeah, I'm worried about him. Forget what his name is. But he has a hat. Okay, we got just a 2 attack Quantumnauts. Okay. Manageable. Let's see if I can get 8 attack. Not going to be patrolling the sewers. Well, I will, but I won't be able to get any attack. His name is Jackpot or something? I forget. What was his name? Sewer's not empty. No bystander for me. Let's play the swimsuit to draw a card. It's Karma. We'll see if she gives me any attack. I get 1/2 attack, +2 towards the Quantumnauts or Zola. Blackout. That's him. He is the dreaded Hat Man. That's how the kids call him. Let's see if I got lucky with Karma here. Top card of the hero deck. I reveal it. I got plus attack equal to its permanent attack. The top card of the hero deck is Thanos, who who gives me nothing. Thanks for that. But that's kind of how it goes with Karma. I have a Trooper for another attack. Yeah, I'm not going to get where I need to be. I could KO a Bystander to hit Arnim Zola. So if I play this for 2, I'll be at 5. And I have 7 towards the Mastermind there. I could try to recruit Transdimensional Overlord, and then I might be able to hit him. But I could make things worse for myself. I definitely don't want to KO a Bystander, because that ruins the whole point of what I'm trying to do. So let me back up. I won't play Thanos yet. I have 5.5 effective attack towards Zola. I'm really only short 1. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to play Stingray for 3, loading up that excessive violence ability. And play both agents to give me 5 total. And we're going to try and recruit Transdimensional Overlord and replace it with something that is at least has no more than 1 attack. We'll see how lucky we get on that. Oh yeah, I know what it is. See, I would know what it was if I didn't have a memory of a goldfish. But there we go. Even better. Perfect. And that's what I wanted. Thanos did a Titan mind trick, made me forget. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Which is great because now I'll have enough attack to hit him. And I play Thanos for 2 more attack. And yeah, this is the perfect HQ for him. So let's spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have my half attack. Hit the Mastermind once again. The Rockstar ability, by the way, is rescue their bystander. I probably will excessive violence him. We'll throw that in right now. I get to choose. So I'm gonna do the bystander ability before I do the tactic. So I'll rescue this bystander and let's get another one. And let's see who it is. It is the banker. +2 recruit towards Elsa, basically. I'll keep that there. And the tactic is computer uploaded genius. Each other player reveals a tech hero or discards a card. And I do not... Oh, I do. Elsa here. She's tech. I will not discard. You can't make me. Alright, a tactic for the other side. Both sides are doing a pretty even job. 1 tactic left. Mastermind still only at 6. Can't hit him again. But I do have the banker here. I get +2 towards Elsa, but I don't have any other recruit, so I won't be able to use that. And that is the end of my turn because I have nothing else I can do. I just gotta... And, oh, excessive violence, too. Let me see if I want to KO anything. Yeah, that's KO one of your cards or a card from your discard pile. And there wasn't anything on my discard pile. They're all here. So let's get rid of 1 more agent. And my new hand. Not as good. That's something. Alright, there's 2 more hits. 12 attack, unless something happens from the villain deck that I think will probably happen right now. Nope, just another Quantumnauts. I'm really getting lucky there. Only a single strike blade really hurts Zola. Let's see what I can draw. Let's start with our sidekick. Draw 2. Got a lot of good cards in here, and there's one of them. There's another one of them. This could be the end of the game. Here we go. Get a new recruit. They go to your hand. Let's discard a card to draw a card. It is still Moonlight. So 2 attack. I will discard the agent to draw Recruitment Day. All right. Now we're going to start with playing new recruits because I might get a strength to get more new recruits. So 1 attack, draw a card. Another pull the strings. All right. We'll play pull the strings to get another new recruit to my hand. We will keep playing new recruits for now. 1 more attack and I draw. The second one played. We'll play another one. 1 more attack and a draw. There we go. And look at that, we have Spectrum. We got covert, range, strength, tech, all but instinct. So I get 6 plus 3 more. And now we can get 2 more new recruits. Yeah, I think this is going to be the end. Wow. Wait, I just had an idea. Okay, 2 recruit. Gain another new recruit to my hand. And I don't think I can do the idea, though. And then I'll get another one. Recruitment day. 2 recruits, gain a new recruit to my hand. Let's start playing new recruits. 1 more attack and a card draw. And that goes there. 1 more attack and a card draw. Double ramp. Let me make sure I have the right attack so far. So I have 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I give myself 16. I think I have 1 short. Let's see. 6. Oh, it's 9. 9 and 11. I'm correct. Okay, let's keep going. I should probably empty the sewers first. Yeah, I'm there too. I'm gonna have it up attack anyway, so let's I'm hoping for a bystander effect. Lets me do something interesting. I do have the shard. So my point is I could hit Chthon if he showed up. But unfortunately I don't have enough Thanos to force it. Otherwise I totally would. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's do that. Let's fight the Quantumnauts for 2. We'll play Montex first and get him out of the way of danger before some scary stuff happens. And yeah, we'll take him out. And now I'll play Monster Hunter. And I'll rescue a bystander because now the sewers are empty. And it is the Rockstar, so rescue another bystander. And that one is Cypher. I would love to do that, but I can't. Oh, so close. I'm so close to being able to do that. Oh, Cypher does it from over there. Okay. Yeah, I have no more draw. I wish I could. I wish I could do that. So I don't lose anything, I'm going to play Import Illegal Weapons, then +1 attack for each new recruit I played. So 5 more there. And then same thing for other Kingpin. And 5 more on top of that. And then 1 more. I'm at 33, plus the shard, if I wanted to. Alright, well, let's see what his tactic does. It's only for 6. Okay, pet projects. Each other player reveals a Zola's creation's villain from the victory pile or gets a wound. I reveal him. I don't get a wound. Yeah. There is a version of this where... Let me check my deck. Where I used Revel in Destruction to make Chthon show up and take him out. And I could still do that if I wanted to extend the game. But I am not foolish enough to make that happen. So let's go ahead and fight the Quantumnauts for 2. Get a little extra VP. KO. Elsa's rare. I don't need any more. And hit the Mastermind 1 more time. Alright. And that's gonna do it for old Arnim Zola. I still have lots of attack. I hit it with excessive violence. Why not? And that is going to be a win. Thank goodness. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it was a close one. Let me take a look at the villain deck. So the twist in the bottom. So we had more villains for a while. Yeah, this shuffle was very villain top heavy. And then, oh, we had some strikes down here at the bottom, so favorable for me. But yeah, so I totally would have summoned him on purpose. That would have been fun. It'll have to be another stream. He hasn't shown up yet. But he's probably going to show up for some of your games, so watch out for that. Let me go ahead and count my VP. So you have kind of a frame of reference for how my game went. I was right to lead into Kingpin. he is apparently real good at stopping rituals. In fact, I shouldn't be surprised. All right, left-hand side. Let me go start with the tactics. VP on the left. 6, 12, 18. Then 22, 25, 27, 30, 35, 38, 42, 43, 45, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Wait for 9, 50, 53. That is 53 VP over here on the left, 53. Right-hand side did pretty well too, I think. 6, 12, then 15, 19, 21, 23, 24, respectable. 24 on the right-hand side. Only a single Uncanny Avengers showed up in my entire game. No escapes, 25 turns. I think that's going to be pretty good for this. And yeah, if you do want to try it, just go to legendaryleagues.com or type in exclamation setup if you're watching here live, or look at the video description if you're not. Yeah, the extra villains really did help me out. Yeah, you can play along, put in your results, and on next week's stream, I will talk about how you all went, how your games went, how you did. Somebody is going to use Thanos in the way that I said, summoning Chthon on purpose to take him down. Because actually, normally there's no real good way to do that. You can't really KO bystanders on your turn on purpose. But that seems like a really fun thing. So I really hope somebody is able to do that. Even Kingpin knows the Ancient Demon would lead to be a problem for his ambitions. Yes. You mean, you can't really take over New York if an Ancient Demon destroys it, so I kind of get his point there. Anyway. Yeah, please, if somebody gets Thanos as rare, you can probably make that happen. I hope all of you make that happen. I hope that joy for all of you in your lives. Okay, so I will catch you next week for the next Randomizer stream, number 165. Have fun with this one, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I'm hoping for some... oh yeah, tomorrow is a new month. Tomorrow is May, and I hope that we get some second edition news. We don't quite know when it's going to release. The earliest predictions for release dates were May. I think one of the sources said they were shooting for May, between May and June, so maybe it'll come out next month. If it does, I'm absolutely going to be playing a marathon stream of all of that stuff, so we can see exactly what changed and how it feels to play second edition. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good time with this, and take care.